We got some stuff to talk about today. Ooh.
But first things first. Alright guys, so we got some breaking news. Now, I wasn't cutting any more videos today. I'll probably even drop this the next day. It's Wednesday for me. I'll probably drop this Thursday. But I just got off the phone with... So let me clear this up. So I do a story about one of the largest automotive groups in the country, kind of exposing Stellantis to the SEC and what they're doing. And I just got off the phone, I literally spent like 20 minutes on the phone call verifying this guy works for where he works. And I'm not the only YouTuber he's contacted, so I'm sure you'll see other videos on it. But he literally just hit me up and said, day 2 are not going along with this because they don't want the blowback, and they can see it already that there could be some massive blowback from the feds on fraud or stock fraud situations with what's going on with Stellantis. Now, this group, how do I say this? Because they asked me not to name them directly, but I'll say this. I have done videos on them before, and I can tell you it's not AutoNation. How about that? There's not very many super large automotive groups in America. They are one of the largest. Needless to say, I had a good 40-minute conversation with them, and they basically said none of their Stellantis dealerships they have, I don't want to say how many because it gives away who they are, but they have a lot, and only 3 of their dealerships are at pre-2020 profit levels. 3. And in fact, they're sick of what's going on because Stellantis is telling them that they have to take inventory, and yes, they're getting kickbacks for taking this inventory, but it's not selling. And then Stellantis, in another effort to try to boost their sales or boost their numbers, right? They're now saying it wasn't just put these vehicles into service loaner status or demo status. They also want these dealers to take on more inventory. And Stellantis would say, hey, look, we don't even have to put these on your floor plan for like the first 60 days. You can put them there and have them on your lot, like basically for free. And then after that, they would go on the floor. Well, the dealers aren't stupid. The dealers aren't dumb. In this auto group got burned so bad with Ram and Jeep. Ram and Jeep are literally murdering this auto group. In fact, the profits that they're making off of other brands are allowing them to keep their Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealerships afloat. Now, we had a long conversation. I've made it very clear to you guys that I'm a dealer, so I have a wholesale license. I have done retail before, and I have sold cars before. So what I found extremely interesting was that they were like, at their dealerships, they have this thing that they call a bucket, right? And if the sales guys don't make enough sales, they're able to get this money from the bucket to make up where they're at, so they actually have like a decent salary or a livable wage. 98% of their sales guys, even the really, really good ones, they're on that bucket. That's not good. That is really not good. In fact, they said, I said, so can you explain to me like the add-ons, what kind of add-ons and stuff you're doing with your dealership? This was the shocker for me. So with their dealerships, with their Chrysler, Dodge, Ram dealerships, they're literally like, their other brands, they don't even do the nitrogen and the tires crap. That's the thing I found the most interesting. They're like, their other brands, no nitrogen in the tires. They're not doing the, food stamp package, tropical package, desert pack, whatever you want to call it. They're not doing that, okay? They're only doing it at the Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealerships because Stellantis is so greedy. They can't make any money out of it. Like, he disclosed shit to me that I thought the invoice price was a lot less. I really did. I thought the invoice... the one thing he did ask me is to not publish the prices. I know how much the first edition, these original, the first Chargers are going to sell for. They're going to fall flat on their fucking face. If Dodge tries to sell these Chargers at this price, dead. Absolutely. And here's the thing. These major auto groups know it because guess what else they sell at their other dealerships? They pick up used Teslas. They know how much EVs are selling for. And Stellantis doesn't get it. They think that the Brotherhood is going to jump all over these electric cars and they're going to sell like crazy. They're not. They're not going to sell. Not at these prices. And what's crazy is the dealer margin from invoice to MSRP, if the dealer doesn't put a markup on these cars and the car sits on their lot more than 60 days, they lose money. Like the floor plan cost, check this, I'll just give you an example. The floor plan cost for one of these new EV Chargers for this major auto group, who also, well, I got to be careful. I'll just put it like this. It's costing them like $600 to $700 a month once that car gets on their lot. If it sits there for 60 days, they will make less than $300 on that car if they sell it at sticker with no add-ons. If it sits for 90 days, not even 90 days, but if it matures, if the interest matures at 90 days, they lose money. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. This is 100% a Stellantis problem. Now, the add-ons and shit, that's a dealer problem. But talking to this major auto group today, this person at this major auto group today, like, was such an eye-opener for these massive corporations that are attached to selling these Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram products that I can't believe that I can say I'm feeling bad for them. I mean, they kind of put themselves in this situation, but again, the dealers have to basically work with what they get from the manufacturer, right? But this right here was so crazy of a conversation, and to know what they're going to try to sell these electric Chargers for, they are out of their and this is the base model food stamp edition. They are out of their rabbit ass mind. And you already know when dealers get them on the lot, and they were very transparent, they are 100% putting an adjusted markup on these cars because they know that some YouTubers and other people just want to have it first. They're going to buy them. And they'll sell the first couple ones they get like that with a $10,000 or $15,000 markup so they can make some money. They expect to sell the first 2, 3, or 4 that they get, but they're already seeing that they're not going to sell. It's crazy. They say that people are willing to pay more money for their 2023 V8 Rams than these new Hurricane Rams. Now, here's the thing. From every review I've seen, and from me driving one of the 2025 Rams, the 2025 Ram does feel like it drives smoother than the old Hemi ones. But the Hemi one, in my opinion, there's just no replacing it. It just more power, better reliability. This Hurricane, and he said the same thing. The ones that they've already sold, like the same way they had problems with the Hurricane engine and some of the Jeeps, they're already seeing the Rams come in and they can't get parts. And he goes, thank God we have all these Chargers and Challengers sitting on our lots that we can put in as actual loaners, because they have customers and Challengers and other Rams from 2022 driving around because their 2025 Rams are sitting at the dealership and they can't fix them. They have no answers. Anyway, this is an off-the-cuff video. I just wanted to cut it. I wasn't at, we weren't in the office or, chilling in the, living room office. And I wanted to just talk about this because this phone call I had was just so crazy, man. So crazy. And they were upfront, transparent. They were like, look, yes, we're going to try to get over. Yes. He was like, yes, we train our guys to try to get over and get as much money out of every deal that they can. But right now they're just begging for a deal. Like, their dealerships are struggling. They can't sell the Chargers and Challengers they have left. And I'm talking V8s. They can't do it. They can't sell them under sticker. And they've already lost so much money on the floor plan on some of these cars. Now, he said some of their dealerships in their auto group, like most of their Hellcats, they own. They have literally got those off the floor plans. He was very transparent. He said the markups that we got off other vehicles we used to pay off our Hellcats, and they can sit on those for as long as they want. They own them. But still not making any money on them. They're getting at a point where they're going to have to go below invoice to sell them. And like I said, it's just not looking good. This is such a refreshing conversation, and just to have a talk with these people, and they were like, look, we appreciate what myself is doing, OC Motivator, Butter the Insider, Lucky Lopez, and other guys are doing, Modern Red, Hemi, Car Edge, publishing this stuff and talking about this stuff because it is being seen by people on the board of directors at Stellantis. It is being seen by regulators who are seeing it. Other people in the media that are sending it to regulators are asking questions, which then makes the regulators come watch our videos. It's at a point now where I think Carlos Tavares gets forced out at Stellantis. I think that happens. I think that if they commit this fraud and they publish bogus numbers at the end of June, and they get slapped with a fine just like BMW did, and I honestly think that Carlos Tavares is done at Stellantis. And it would not surprise me in the least if they bring back an old friend. That's all I'm going to say. And they buy some tax credits and ramp this thing back up. Would not surprise me in the least. Between the EV stuff going dead, China EV sales crashing, EU EV sales crashing, to the point where Mercedes and Stellantis shut down building a gigafactory. That's not going to resume. I don't see that resuming anytime in the future because people know now, like, these cars ain't worth shit. I don't know, man. It's going to be an interesting next few months, to say the least. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Make sure to give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.